self-study tips that will help you to study 7 to 8 hours daily after your classes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you have yet not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and comment down below your study question and I will answer each and every one. Press the notification bell icon so that you are notified every time I post a video. I post all about study tips, productivity, time management so that you can achieve your goal and score full marks in your exams. If you have yet not followed me on Instagram, follow over there as I update every day all the new premium tips and tricks so that you study better. Let's get into video. The first tip is to know your study session goal. Let me introduce to a new concept known as study session goal. What study session goal is that you have your whole goal of what you want to do for the whole day, but you don't know when are you doing what, in what study session, what are you studying, and what topics you are covering. What I'm suggesting you to do is not only create a whole daily plan, daily goal where you're going to write all the things that you want to accomplish today, but also small study session goals. For example, today I'm going to have 3 study sessions. In the first session, I'm going to do this. In the second study session, I'm going to do other thing. And the third, I'm going to cover topic number 3. This way you know when are you doing what, and it will help you to study better. It will also give you a sense of urgency that you know exactly when are you doing what. In the morning you are completing topic number 1, and hence you will be motivated enough to start those chapters. When you don't know when you are doing what and just you have written 10 topics that you need to do, you will constantly procrastinate that I will do this topic after lunch, this topic after dinner, let me just go over there, and this will totally disrupt your self-study routine. Start writing session goals as well as write the time at which you are going to start and how much long your study session is. Is it 25 minutes or is it 1 hour? Is it 1.5 hours with one small break in between? Study for yourself, decide for yourself, and then start studying. Second tip is to isolate yourself. You may very well know that whenever you are distracted, your attention span, your workflow, all those things decreases drastically, and that will totally disrupt your mind and your urge to study more. When you are studying at home, when you are self-studying and there is no one to watch you, no one to constantly tell you to study, and there is no one you're accountable to at the end of the day other than yourself. So you have to constantly motivate yourself, you have to constantly look over yourself so that you study and remind yourself that too. For this, you have to make sure that you are not distracted, because that is one of the most important thing that you have to consider while studying. If you are distracted, then you will be procrastinating, you will not do things, you will be not concentrating enough, your motivation will go down, and just one thing will lead to different disruptions in your self-studying routine. What I suggest you to do is isolate yourself. Tell your parents that you are studying and you are not to be disturbed. Tell your siblings that to give you 1 hour, and after that you will be playing with them. Switch off your mobile phone. Get only what you want to study on your table. All these distraction tips will help you to isolate yourself and go deep into your work, concentrate better, and you will thus able to study what you want to study, and also help you to continue to study that thing when you are not disturbed. The third tip is to constantly track your progress. Once you have completed your study session doesn't mean you just put away the books, never look back and see what you are doing. What I suggest you to do is just write besides your study session goals what you have completed, what is left, were you able to grasp the knowledge better, or you just went through it and you want to revisit again sometimes in the next week or sometimes in the future. Have a planner or notebook where you just write things of what you want to do and what you're able to do after that study session. Write what topics that you want to cover and what you are actually able to cover. Then compare those. Have you able to complete your session goals? What is the lacking key that you are not taking into consideration? Are you distracting yourself? Are you giving yourselves more things that you can be able to do? All these things you have to take consideration and adjust it for the next study session so that you can really give your 100%. If you know that you won't be able to complete this in 1 hour, then give yourself 1.5 hours. There is no need to give you extra push. You need to stress yourself extra because you know you won't be able to complete it, and you will just procrastinate yourself because you know you won't be able to do it. Set realistic goals and constantly track it. To keep these things in mind, to track your progress is to write them down in a notebook or planner, check them after each study session is over, compare them what is actually the scenario, and change it accordingly so that you can do better in your next study session. The fourth tip is to write notes. This may sound silly, but not only I have observed in my case, but also students like you who consult me on day to everyday basis on having more concentration during studying, during self-study, during online classes, anywhere and everywhere. When you are studying and you want to concentrate better, you want to be more productive, start writing notes. It will also help you to go in your study mode, your flow mode, your workflow mode. That will help you to focus better, to eliminate all those distractions, and it will urge you to not look at your time and just concentrate on your studies. It will also help you to remember better because you're giving your 100%. It will recharge your mind, and in short, it will help you to study and self-learn. Something that you have to make sure that you're not spending much time on writing those notes, making them pretty. It's okay if you have that thing of making some notes pretty, but you are concentrating more time on studying, on learning, on grasping the information rather than just making it pretty. Your notes doesn't have to be pretty. You have to see it, you have to learn from it. So it has to be just good so that you can understand better, and it will make your life easier. This notes will not only help you to be more productive and concentrate better, but it will also help as a guide when you are studying in future, so that you know what is the most important thing from the topic, what you need to remember, and what can be just go through once so that you can write them in exam if asked. The fifth tip is start early, start fresh. I always advise all my fellow students to start yourself learning first thing in the morning. If you have your classes, then start them as soon as possible. First thing that you need to do is start studying so you get your mind in that studying flow mode, and you will be very hard to be distracted by other different things or any other different possibilities of distraction. When you start in the morning, you get a sense of accomplishment. There is very little less distractions. It doesn't matter that you need to study at 5 in the morning or 10 in the morning whenever you get up. Have a fixed morning routine, have a fixed waking up, so that you wake up every day at the same time and then start studying. If you wake up at like 8 o'clock like me, you don't need to wake up at 5 o'clock just to study. Make sure that you wake up at a single time every day, and then give yourself half an hour to freshen up and then start studying. Write your priorities, your three main big topics of the day, and make your first session goal, and then go right into your work. You can also use eat the frog strategy. If you don't know what it is, comment down below and I will make a whole different video on that. But just to say short, you have to do your most important thing first, tick it off, and then go to the next. Studying first thing in the morning, your energy will be very high because you will have just woken up from sleep. There will be less distractions, and you will start your morning with ticking of things in your to-do list, which will give you mental boosts and motivation to do more. The sixth tip is to always manage your time. Every student or everyone in this whole world have just 24 hours with them, and when can some others be successful, you can too be. You have to manage your time. I have given different management tips which I will be linking above here, but you have to make sure that you know that your time is worth, and you should not give out your time as pennies to others. To make sure that you study at least 6 to 7 hours after your school or college to attain your goals. Say no to your friends when they are taking your excessive time with a very low priority task. Do the task when you are free, when you have completed your studying, and when you have nothing to do more, to just freshen up. To give yourself a priority, and see to it that you give your tasks that too. You have to prioritize yourself and see to it that you are completing your goals first, rather than giving your friends or your family or anything and everything priority other than what is most important to you. You have to be flexible. It doesn't matter that you study all the time. You have to give yourself a break, but you have to see that you complete all your tasks. Some days can be tough than others, but balance your life and work in such a way that you can be more productive. Don't diverge from your goals. See to it that you are on the right path and evaluate yourself. Focus on yourself from time to time so that if you have been diverted, you can go back to your own path. I hope that these tips help you while you are self-studying at home. And if you have any questions, comment down below. If you have any other video requests, then comment down below and I will do each and every of them. Thank you so much and thank you for subscribing.